Thank you, Ms. Nandu. Thank you so much. So I'm really honored to be here. It's a long time out. I'm coming back here. So it's a pleasure to meet all of you. So nice students and lecturers, teachers and stuff. So first of all, before we start, I would request all of you to please log on to Slido if you've missed it. So either you scan or you can just click on, you go to slido.com and then you put the code so that we can interact together. Right? Today's session won't be a one-man show. It's going to be a two-way traffic where unfortunately, I have to speak and have to listen and vice versa. So please, s'il vous plaît, connectez sur Slido et puis on va commencer notre session d'aujourd'hui. Alors je vous donne une minute. Alors connectez sur ce site, Slido. Soit vous allez scanner, il y a un petit mot sur papier qui passe dans les rangées, ou bien vous allez écrire slido.com et puis mettez le code 34 91 0 9 et 4. Une fois c'est fait, et puis on va procéder avec le topic d'aujourd'hui. Okay. While your friends are busy with their phones and meet you, I'd like to, again, repeat the topic of today. Today we'll speak about transformative power of spirituality in battling addiction. So that's why we are here all together under this wonderful roof. Hence, I will start with a small question addressed to you. We won't touch our phone right now. So when I tell you, I use the word addiction, what comes to your mind first? Please close your eyes and just think about the word addiction. Please close your eyes, fermez les yeux, et puis essayez de réfléchir. Qu'est-ce qui vient à la tête quand je vous dis addiction? Addiction. 60 secondes. Top chrono. Addiction. C'est bon? Vous avez quelque chose en tête? C'est pas bien. Good. So now you go onto your Slido. You go to Slido, you have that. If you put the question, the code right here, you get the question. Please share with me when I tell you addiction. What is the top of your mind? As Facebook says, what's in your mind? I will ask you to share at least 3 words which comes to your mind when I say addiction. So let's see. Vous avez vu connecter? C'est bon? Alors c'est 100% anonyme et c'est secure. You can just shoot your answer. Three participants already? Okay, let's vote. Addiction, qui se pense? Qui clique, qui fait la tête? So come on, you can send like at least 3. In any games you play, right? You get 3 chances. Okay, so let's go for it. Yes. Alors, qui peut lire pour moi? Someone. Un monsieur avec cravate là. Yeah. Phone. Comme la phone. Okay. Yes. Drugs.
Desires. Attachment.
Is an addiction. Sure.
Mental addiction.
Yes.
Gaming. habit, internet, gambling, job, and alcohol,
Okay.
screen, sugar, drugs, recessive, and the material world.
Good. Thank you. What's your name? Shritish, thank you. Thank you so much. Indeed. These are not my words. These are your thoughts. These are your words which we put here. So let's see. We will take from there and we will try to develop this part of it. So according to you, guys and girls, you find that addiction means these words. So why are we talking about addiction today? Qu'est-ce qui fait cause addiction aujourd'hui? You might not be surprised. I know you already know about it, but I would like to share some statistics with you. In Mauritius, the National Drug Secretariat 2023 states that about 8.5% of youth among us here, you guys are not youth anymore, but those who are 15 to 24 have experience with synthetic drugs. 8.5. C'est beaucoup, c'est peu. It's a lot. 8.5, right? Over 50% of adults drink alcohol. Binge drinking is highest among young men. Right? 50% des adultes consomment. Binge veut dire every time people see the Hare Krishna people, they just know only one song. Which one? Dum maru dum. So binge means hard drinkers. 50%. Average screen, we spoke about TikTok or Facebooking also. When you wake up, every day, when you wake up, first thing what you do? First thing. Come again? Yes, check my phone, right? It's a huge addiction which we might not realize it. So average screen time for Mauritian teen reach 6+ hours a day. 6 heures de temps. And then the lecturers, they will say, the marks are dropping. And the pupils say, Monsieur, pagez les dents, faire assignment. Even ChatGPT is there. Right? We are busy using ChatGPT how to solve these games instead of our assignments. So 6.8 hours per day. That's digital dependency. So today we are here. I've been asked to share with you what does ISKCON, the spiritual society, have as contribution to fight these things that you've shared with us. So let's move to the next slide. Actually, addiction is not only a global crisis, it is here among us, in our family, in our house, friends, brothers, sisters, ourselves. We don't realize it. Des fois, quand nous disons à quelqu'un, right, you are wrong, that person, very rarely he will really realize or admit. Et nous, c'est pareil. So, addiction is among us, and it's high time for us to know it. When you know your friend, you can count on him or her. And when you know your foes, then you can take the necessary measures, right? And addiction, if you take it negatively, is a really big enemy. Huh? So I'll pass to my wife. She'll speak about the addiction part.
So, Hare Krishna, everyone. So, let's define what is addiction. We can have so many definitions, but the simplest one is, it is when the desire controls us, instead of us controlling it. So now, we have an idea about what is addiction. Now, what are the ways that, why we turn to addiction? Why are the reasons? According to you, is it like, if we become addicted, is it something good? No, it's not. And we don't want that. But however, many of us, like we just saw in the statistic, many of us, our brother, our friend, our family, we are addicted. Many right now among us. But let's see the real reason. The first is the pain relief, coping with stress. Isn't it? When you're stressed, you want to have a drink or smoke.
Yes,
Do you have that tendency?
You won't say it.
Won't say. We need to do Slido anonymous. Okay, let's talk about peer pressure. When you were in college, you want, your friends are smoking, your friends are drinking, you want to try. Try it. Addiction start, but trying just one time. And then it goes on, it becomes a cycle. Next, easy access on the phone. We all use our phone. And on the internet, on the social media, we don't just have good stuff. We have bad ones. Even in our film today, what does it show? Let's be honest. I will speak about pornography, nudity. It's a fact. How many among us, our youngsters, they are addicted with pornography? Is it good or not? This is for yourself to answer. Also, addiction is an escape. Escape. We don't want to feel that pain. Let's take an example. Let's be honest. How many among us have a breakup, relationship? No one?
Slightly.
More than one? Yes. How will you cope the pain? Do you know how many people turn to alcohol? How will you cope in that world fast changing? The loneliness that you feel. It is a fact. Most of us, we feel lonely. And how do we cope with that? Start with a simple addiction, maybe shopping, also shopping. Ladies, myself, I'm stressed. I just take my husband's credit card. But this method of coping, like the definition, it means it controls us. If it does not control you, it's not addiction. It's your way of coping with things. But addiction is much more. It is controlling you. You can't help it. You need that. It becomes your drug. Now, let's look about how to break free. If you find yourself in this situation, first of all, self-awareness. Self-awareness, what's that? Can somebody tell me, what does it mean, self-awareness?
Anyone? Good thing, yeah.
Introduction, everyone.
Action.
So self-awareness is you need to have a self-learning. Okay?
Yes.
We need to be aware of the good things and bad things all around us. And first we need to find out what is our inner problem. What issue do we have? Before facing the world, we need to clean our own self.
Very nice.
Okay? So, by cleaning, by doing some own homework about ourselves, we will be able to help the outside world properly. This is what I think is self-awareness.
Thank you. A big applause for him. Very nice. As he just mentioned, self-awareness, you need to know yourself, your own strength, but especially your weakness. The weakness is the link that might make you an addict one day. So, self-awareness, let's talk more on that. How do you become self-aware of yourself, of your strength and your weakness? If I tell someone to introduce themselves, how will you do that? You will tell me about your name, your age, your address, but this is part of your identity. But self-awareness goes deeper. What are your dreams? What are your fears? What are your aspirations in life? You need to know. You need to monitor yourself, what triggers you in a situation. Someone offend you, how you react or how you respond to that. Next, we can break free from addiction is by adopting healthy replacements. Music. How many use music as a method to cope with stress and daily life routines? Music. Yes, music. Very nice, everyone, including myself. I need my music, my kirtan in the morning when I go to work. Next, support networks. Everyone needs a friend. Everyone, we are social human beings. We have to interact. We need someone to talk. Some of lucky, you have your family by your side that you trust, you can speak, open your heart. Others, we have friends, BFF. Others, unfortunately. Nowadays, we can't open up, even to your friends sometimes, because it become gossip or later on when you get a fight. But then what happened in our lonely world? We have mentors and recovery groups. If someone, for example, is having an addiction of drinking, so there are different groups, detox group, that meets. We have in Mauritius, the NGOs. We meet and talk with people with same problem, and then we can discuss how we can improve. But to break free, you have to take that decision yourself, not someone else. It is why self-awareness is very important. If you do not know yourself, you will not realize that you have this problem. Next is professional help, counseling, on va nous dire psychologue. Et maintenant, aujourd'hui, le titre de sa causerie-là, c'est The Power of Spirituality in Battling Addiction. Nous, aujourd'hui, nous pouvons mettre plus l'emphase sur ça, spiritual dimension là. Comment méditation, la prière, kirtan, nous lire nous scripture sacrée, comment il est capable d'aider nous? Et maintenant, on passe la parole à Paul Rasika.
Indeed, no man is an island. Person pagkapagod to sell. I can give you like $1 million in a bag, right? And then I put you in yourself alone there. You can be happy. and millionaire for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, and then you become weak. Right? Because all these things, still you have people around, you can enjoy. But you're alone, it has no meaning. So let's see from our scriptures what we can learn about intoxication, about this issue. So I'll take one verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is chapter 2, verse 62. By the way, the Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters composed of 700 verses. So we'll just take one. Here we'll read, Jyato Vishan Pumsa Sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjaya Kama Kama Krodha Vijayate. So here, Lord Krishna is saying, while contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises. How it works, right? Everything starts with just un regard. Un garçon trouve une fille. Cette fille trouve un garçon, right? Then object of the senses, the senses will want to enjoy that. Ou envie de trouver encore. Right? Milo bistop c'était à 15, mon prendre bis 8 à 15. I'm there, 7. If there's exam, we can miss the timing for exam. But if that girl, that boy is there, I want bis venu là-bas. Right? Well, experience, no. So, my wife, she's gonna kill me, right? So, it starts with just a vision, one sense. And if you don't control that one sense, the sight, it makes you make nonsenses. Then, after seeing, you will like to, it says here, attachment. You are attached to that sight. Envie de trouver tous les jours. Vous n'oubliez pas de payer les malades la case. So, papa, maman malade. You are angry. Why am I alone here? Where is she? Then lust. We are among adults. That's why I'm bringing that. And this has been said thousands of years back. Krishna is saying attachment brings lust. You want to enjoy that. Often someone will say, I love you. But in reality, he or she is saying, I lust you. I want to use you. But if I can't use you, I can't fulfill that lusty desire, then anger comes. Colère, chantage. And what's being able to I know what might be going through the mind. So it's really important to know what's the root cause of anger. And then we go further from there. When one is angry, then delusions come. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 63 now. It goes on again. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. Right? Et on fait un colère. Pas bien comprendre. Des fois, on dit non, ça dit pas c'est un bon garçon, c'est une bonne fille. Comment l'intuit ça dit là? Pas connaît. Quand matin on trouve bien ça dit pas de. What happened? One of these senses made us nonsense. So Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita from the beginning that delusion brings bewilderment of memory. Loss of intelligence. Il est au mémoire sur un computer and the memory pas fonctionnel. It is a useless PC. Loss of intelligence, and when there's no more intelligence, it's not working, short circuit inside, then it leads to fall down into the material pool. And then people commit so many abominable things, which themselves they will regret when it's too late. And how it started? Just by not controlling one of the senses. And how many senses we have, by the way? Combien de sens on a? Ok. Parce que six senses. Là, c'est un film, ça. So you have five senses. Just imagine, in a room with one enemy, it is so difficult to fight. If you have one enemy face to face, it is so difficult to fight. Now you're faced with five enemies. It's not easy. It's not easy if you're not well prepared. So the Bhagavad Gita, our scriptures, right? I forgot something. This is called, there's one thing which is called dopamine loop. Dopamine loop means you get some pleasure, you consume something, you get something, you get some pleasure. And then after some time, that pleasure dissipates. And then you will seek for that pleasure again. Coca. Right? You drink it. So much relief. Feels so good. And then after 30 minutes, then lalang bati, need more, give me more. I'd say, which is good, business should grow.
If I may add, Prabhu, jite le matin.
Yes. So dopamine effect, dopamine loop has already been given in Bhagavad Gita years back. So if you want to stop this, you have to break that cycle of addiction, of desire. This act of speaking about drugs, intoxicant, is not just in our scriptures. It is a global, it is a topic which all religion speaks about. In Christianity, we see, do not get drunk on wine, which leads to debauchery. It's there in the Bible, right? And then in the Quran, we read, intoxicant and gambling are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. These are not my words. Buddhist, in the fifth precept, refrain from an intoxicant that causes idleness. And we will see in Judaism also, wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. But I know you are wise people. I know you want to make something out of your life. And the best thing to do is to gift yourself a life away from this trap. Because once you're trapped there, it's for lifetime. So different words, as it's written here, saying different words here from different sacred books, just sharing the same wisdom, the same idea that addiction weakens the soul and clouds our humanity. Right? So, my dear friends, we will see that what's the root cause of our addiction from the Vedic perspective. In the Bhagavad Gita, we are also giving the analogy of the chariot and the charioteer. Someone knows about it? Or your car, right? So, our body is synonymous to a chariot and Shah. And the senses, how many senses do you have, by the way? Forgot. Five. Okay, great. So you have five senses. And the five senses are just like five crazy horses. Just imagine. I mean, it's true. The eyes, non les trouve tous à faire. Tout film sont non les trouver. À force de overuse the eyes, they're both there. Right? La main, on met tous à faire, attrape tous à faire. You have an iPhone 15, come on, 16 sorti. I want to have it. What does it change? Just that moment when you buy it, yes, I have it. After 1 month, it's already outdated. Sense of taste. Il mange tout à fait. Right? Ceux qui vous aident à manger. The senses are like fire. And pleasing the senses is like putting, petrol in the fire. You can't extinguish that fire by adding gasoline on that. You have to control that fire. Les pompiers. And the firemen, most of the time, they don't extinguish fire. You can't do it. They control the fire. Right? So, here, in this analogy, you will see the soul. We are all in a body, but you're the soul. This is my head, my shirt. But who am I? मैं कौन हूँ? मैं एक आत्मा हूँ इस शरीर में. मैं शरीर नहीं हूँ. Ayana, right? I'm a soul, and passager. Just like here, we have the body is the chariot, the sense of the wild horses. The mind is the rein, and to control the mind, how you control the horses? We control the horses through the reins, les cordes. So if you lose the reins, the horse will run everywhere. And the driver is intelligence. You use intelligence to control the mind, and the mind control the senses. Then the soul will reach the destination. Else, peut-être bateau sans capitaine. Just imagine. When saw you're in a chariot with 5 mad horses. What is the destination? What is the destination? C'est quoi la destination? When I ask this, often they will say, Final Destination, another movie. Right? Exact. So we have to, the trick is, we have to, if intelligence is weak and the mind is uncontrolled, the horses run away. That's addiction. But with wisdom, the driver holds the reins and the passenger rides safely to this destination. Back home, back to Godhead. Everyone, when someone dies, we will just post R.I.P., R.I.P., rest in peace. But we should know where God is, where to go. Then we can be peaceful, right? And it is for all religion, definitely. So, get back to your phones. My question now is, according to you, which horse pulls you to the strongest ride?
Newcomers, they don't.
Okay.
Newcomers.
Okay, sorry. So I would request those who join later, welcome first. We are requesting you to please log on to slido.com. There's a paper, just scan it. You'll be directed to a site where you can send your answer anonymously. Yes. So my question to you is, which horse pulls you personally the strongest right now? Now, how many horses we have? 5. You can choose one. If you need any help, I have some more friends who can help you. So, somebody needs help? Raise your hand. Anyone? I'd really want everyone to please send me one answer on Slido. Right? Okay. So it's coming. Computer Mahashai, lock कीजिए. I don't know how to make that music, so let's make us Amitabh Bachchan is here. Okay. Great. You're done? Some more. Yes, you're still writing. That's good. interested in that, then I can understand. No worries. Simona, you can follow? You can survey? Okay. You go. So from the statistics that I've gathered right here in this hall, we see, wow, 52% of our attendees can control the host of sight. Right? I just hope it's just TikTok. Right? Sorry? Okay. Then we have 18% about hearing, listening. Then 14 tongue, taste. 14 again, touch. Smell is good. Ça sent bon. Good. So let me share a small story with you from our scripture. Do you know who is Kuvera? Kuber. Kau है वो? Yes. पैसा. Money है तो honey है. You know that. Great. So Kuvera was a great guy, right? A lot of money. He's in charge of all the wealth, so he had two sons, and their name were Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Right? Le papa, in a casse, 20 enfants, you know. Come again? Yes. But I didn't say it. He said it. So, unfortunately, it's like that. So, Kuvera had two sons, Nalakuvera and Manigriva. And they were so happy that Papa has so much money and I don't have to work. Ash karo. So they were enjoying naked with having damsels and they were drunk. Right? Right. And they were enjoying while Narada Muni bajaye bina Radhika Ramana name. Narada is a pure devotee, and his name, as states Narada, he travels everywhere in every town and village around the galaxy to Narada Muni, to Narada, give the word of Narayana to everyone. So that's his job, to make everyone sing the name of Narayana. So what he was doing? Narada Muni Bajai, he was playing his Veena. There was no rock star guitar, it was a Veena, so he was playing that. And Radhika Ramana Name, he was, and while playing that, he was also singing the name of Radhika and Ramana, Radha and Krishna. And he was just passing by. And when the ladies, they saw Narada Muni, what did they do? They just hid in the water. Right? So plongé. Why? Why? Anyone? Out of respect. Right? Out of respect. You have to respect people. What goes around comes around. If you don't give respect, you don't get respect. But those two guys, and the sons of Kuvera, because they have Rokra, they sit like this. Oh, Narada, you know. So they didn't care about Narada Muni. But Narada Muni, the fact that he's a pure devotee, and he is giving everyone a chance to serve the Lord, to become a better person. And Narada Muni is a teacher, just like our teacher. At school, university, college. Teachers are gurus. You have to respect them. They don't ask for it. They don't need it. Because they are selflessly giving. But it is our duty to show some gratitude and be respectful. So, Nalakuvera Manigriva, the fact that they have money, they disrespected Narada Muni. Narada Muni gifted them something without being Christmas Day. Narada Muni gifted them with a curse. Narada Muni said, you want to be naked? No worries. So I bless you to be a tree for hundreds of thousands of years. So both of you are going to be together. So you're going to be born again as a tree. And then they were shocked. Narada Muni, sorry my father, we can bribe you. Don't. Narada said, I don't need anything. I have the Lord in my heart, and that's more than enough. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe. If the Lord is protecting you, who can kill you? But if the Lord wants to kill you, he can protect you. I'm trying to jump because time is kind of running. So Narada Muni gave them that curse that they will born again as a tree. And our scripture says that actually the soul passes through a long cycle, 8,400,000 species of life to become human. So then they were born in a tree form, but then they genuinely regretted their act and they begged forgiveness. And being a devotee, being a teacher, Narada Muni forgave them. And he said, once given a curse never comes back, but I can transform it, make it a blessing for you. The fact that you regretted your act, so you will become a tree and you're going to be there naked. Ta-da! But Lord Shyama Sundara, Lord Krishna will come personally and deliver you. And that's why we celebrate Kartik, and then Krishna will come. He will steal I don't know if you know that person, he will steal and Makhan, and Mother Vishnu will run after him, will try to catch him, and he's gonna go through 2 trees, and then Krishna Bhagavan will approve those trees, and that's Narakuva and Manikuriva. So sometimes to commit mistakes is okay. We are human beings, we are not perfect beings. But to realize our mistakes and to correct them, that makes us a better person. Right? So we go again. So what we are trying to say here is that we are all spiritual beings. We are the soul spiritual. And nothing material can give that soul 100% satisfaction. Material problems needs material solutions. Le tout en panne, autre mécanicien. That's the solution. You don't sit there and you pray and you chant the japa, Krishna, please repair my car. It's not going to happen. Right? Hare Krishna. But if you're having a problem with spirituality, because the soul is Sat Chitananda Vigraha. The soul, we are all Sat, eternal, Chit full of bliss, and Vigraha, such Ananda full of bliss. So we have to look to that person who is the ocean of happiness, the ocean of bliss. There are 2 ways. One is by adopting a higher taste, all the lower taste becomes lower. For example, you like to eat something, I don't know, I won't say, you like to eat item A. You've always been eating item A. But then you get item B, which is much more, okay, you go to restaurant A. There's a restaurant A here. You always go, you eat there. Then restaurant B comes. And the quality is 3 times better. What you do? And the price is the same, definitely. What you do? A or B? B, definitely. So when you get a higher taste, then the normal taste becomes lower. In that same way, the senses, if we try to engage our senses in a higher taste, right? There's one king, I forgot his name, he told us how to use our senses. King Kulashekar. There's one king who says, "Oh my Lord, engage my senses. Use your senses, your eyes to see the Lord, to see good things. When you are used to see good things, then you won't have to look at bad things. Use my ears to listen to your holy name. Use our ears to listen to constructive things." then you won't have time to listen to gossips. Use my tongue to taste your prasad. Use our tongue to say things which is pleasing for the listener. Et non plus dire des choses que si on va dire ça, que tu vas dire, mais elle n'est pas virale sur Facebook. Right? Touch. Feet, use your feet to walk to the temple. Use your feet to come to school, to university, for your classes. Use a hand to pray or to write your notes. Then you won't say, Sir or Miss, what you ça là? I forgot to take the notes. I do it also, but you have to stop it. Right? We'll be ending shortly. So, people can say, you're speaking so many things about Bhagavad Gita, blah, blah, blah. So what is the pramana? What is pramana? Huh? Truth, proof. What is the proof? What is the pramana? 2 plus 2 fait 5, pas vrai? Really? Prove it. Who said it? Okay. Yes, I'm just joking. Krishna consciousness is a science. We call that the science of self-realization. Right? We can prove that we are in this body with the soul. It is proven. If I die right now, right? She'll be crying, perhaps. But if I die right now, they'll put me lay me here on the table. I'll be the same person. But what will be missing there? Same hand, same little hair, same thing. What's going to be missing? Something now, the soul. Will you see the soul going? No. So, when we have that, we can say that yes, something is missing. What is missing is the soul. In the same way, how can we prove what I'm saying worked? I'll give you one example and a personal one. So, years back, 1960s, there was one person, an old person. La vie commence à 60 ans. He had pursued of fighting. 60 ans, nous gagnons. Tension again, and we're going to relax, sit and relax. But there was one person, exceptional person. We're going to not have a second one. Trust me. In his old age, he left India upon the request of his teacher at that time. His teacher told him, you should go to the West and give that knowledge. Because the Europeans, they stole so many things from India. And we are here today thanks to, the MGI, which is part of the Indian community and so on. Certain way, also Mahatma Gandhi is there. So Srila Prabhupada, he knew Mahatma Gandhi during his young days, and then his own spiritual master told him, why don't you go to the West? So in the 60s, Srila Prabhupada left India in a cargo ship. He went to India, he went to America to give that message of Bhagavad Gita. He said, the white people, they stole so many things. Kohinoor, they plundered India. I don't know if you know the history. They plundered India. But they took everything except the most valuable thing. So I am going to give them that back. So what Prabhupada went to give? The Bhagavad Gita. And there, he went to India with 40 rupees in his pocket, and he started this movement of ISKCON with the hippies. Those people who were accro to LSD, those people who knew nothing about spirituality, he started the movement, the ISKCON society, sitting under a tree. Those people who were giving Prabhupada nothing except their time, Today, they've together established an international society which is around the whole world. You name one place, we are there. ISKCON is based all around the world. Today, you will see at the entrance, we have Bhagavad translated into more than 100 languages. And today, for your pleasure, we are sharing around 36 languages of the Bhagavad Gita. We have it here. So these people, they were into LSD, marijuana, alcohol. But through chanting, they gave up all this. Even in Mauritius, I know many devotees. I'll share something personal with you. I have a friend, a very good friend of mine. So he was really into drugs, and his wife was a prostitute, right? He was just stealing everywhere, even in his house. He told me, "Tu sais qu'il vini, il vendait." So he got caught, and the wife was pregnant, and he was in jail, and the wife got pregnant. So you can imagine. So there, he was introduced to a book. There was one devotee who was also, incarcerated. So that devotee brought the Bhagavad Gita with him. And when he left, he came out of the jail, he left the Bhagavad Gita there. So that person, that drug addict, he had nothing to do. So he took that Bhagavad Gita and hid it under his pillow. And he would read that every day for 5 years. When he came, and that's not the amazing part. And when he got released, I was heading home from the temple. And I was like 15 years back. I'm already small. I'm smaller. And he just came to me and said, "Hey, Michelle, you feeling good?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Good to get it." I said, "Pas la case." Yeah. Moi, fait sortir prison là. Sortir prison. I forgot which jail. Moi, fait sortir prison. Mais moi, vin demander la même coup là. And it was like 6 p.m. Gonna be dark. What will you do? I never met someone like who said such a thing bluntly. I was like petrified, and I'm alone. And she also said, "Oh Krishna, save me." At that time, we had a video propaganda conference. We had like sugarcane field, both sides of the temple. I was alone on the road. I was like, "You're gonna kill me today." So anyway, Krishna's blessings. I said, "Okay, really, momento." I'm just watching his bag, because he has no one to cater for. Then he went to the temple and he said, "What do I say?" I said, "Kapal siya na." Mo kasi ko kayo. Tapos ko kayo. They mo kasi ko to. Nalawsam. I was like, what's gonna happen? So he's around. So we take the same bus. And then Krishna's blessing, there were like people in the bus, and somehow I just hop out before I had to go. And then after a few months, I met him again. Then he's bringing a small child with him. And then we started talking. And now he's telling me, he said that happened, and I want to change myself. I want to be a good person. And today, after 15 years, that person is an initiated devotee in ISKCON. He's a Brahmana initiate, that he goes on the altar and he do arati, and he works to take care of his child. Though we know, because he said, "Krishna, God gave me a second chance, and if I don't take it now, it's gonna be never." So that child is a gift. So today, they are both serving. Very nice people. What I'm saying, if it happened to him, he got a book, fear me, he did it. It can happen to us also. I'm not saying to become Hare Krishna people. I'm saying this book can transform our life, right? And if you don't like, Prabhupada says it. He said, if you don't like the word Krishna, no problem. Remove it, but read the Bhagavad Gita. Because the Bhagavad Gita is a practical book. The Bhagavad Gita is a book to teach us how to live. Because today, everyone we want to have a good life. Right? And Bhagavad Gita also teaches us how to die. Because one day, if not today, then tomorrow, we will all have to go. So how do we go? If you don't prepare yourself to sit for an exams, then the result is fail. But if you prepare yourself from day one, then even the lecturer says at night, midnight says, you had exams, I'm ready. So today, I'll share a small video with you.
This is a beautiful story about mercy of Srila Prabhupada on a devotee. The transformation what he had experienced by touch of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was supposed to arrive in Paris. So devotees were making arrangements in the temple. So there was a knock on the temple door. When the devotee opened it, there was one 19-year-old boy who was like a hippie who had not taken bath in weeks. He was intoxicated. His eyes are full of red and his hair was matted with dirt. He started shouting in a gruntling voice, food. Devotee said, alright, I'll give you prasad. Then the boy asked, can I come in? The devotee said, no, first you must pray, you are too dirty. Suddenly the boy popped out of the bushes and he said, food. The devotee said, please come to the temple, we'll give you some prasad. It was a nickname given to him, Pig Pen. After some time, Prabhupada had arrived. So one morning, all the devotees except the pujaris who were engaging in dressing the deities went for a morning walk in the same park. Suddenly, this boy jumped out of the bushes and tried to grab Srila Prabhupada's feet.
That's a surprise what happens next. Because that person became temple president of ISKCON. And now he's a leading guru. He's leading thousands of peoples. So, I have 2 more slides. Please bear with me. Right? So, the ISKCON lifestyle shield, what we propose, what we are saying is, if you're a Hindu, become a better Hindu. Know your scripture. If you're a Christian, become a better Christian. Know your scripture. If you're a Muslim, become a better Muslim. Know your scripture. Because all scriptures, all revealed scriptures will teach us how to become a better versions of ourselves. Right? Because if one day Jesus meets Krishna and meets Allah or Muhammad, I'm sure they're going to have a really wonderful time chatting together. Because they are, at the end, they are all sharing the same message of brotherhood. So, we are here sharing the ISKCON lifestyle shield. Just like Drona had a shield, and Karna had a shield. Right? Our computer also have a shield, protective shield for antivirus. So we are giving one free today. You can grab it. So Prabhupada gave us the lifestyle that directly tackles addiction. For example, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is said that if you chant the Mahamantra, the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Iti shola shakadda kalikala mashanashanam. If you chant this 16 syllabled mantra in a regular basis, it is enough to counteract all the problems associated with the Kali Yuga, with this age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Right? It is just a medication. Then also we have the 4 Regulative Principles. Srila Prabhupada ISKCON, when it was established, it also came with a package of the 4 Regulative Principles, which are first, no intoxication. We don't intoxicate, we don't use intoxication, even tea and coffee. We abstain from that. No gambling, right? No illicit sex, no meat eating, vegetarian life, right? These are direct opposites to the most common addictions in Mauritius, right? And also, jamais 203, as they say. And at the beginning I said, we always get 3 chances to get 300 dans la vie, right? So here we give 3 options. The third one is associate with devotees. Associate. There's one singer, Prahlad, who said, associate with drunkards and become a drunkard. Associate with thieves, become a thief. Associate with, a devotee, become a devotee. Associate with a good person, become a good person. So choose your association, my dear friend. Choose with whom you are sitting. As they say, tell me who your friends are, I will tell you who you are. Right? Association. So, lately, then when life is regulated, addiction loses their grip. That's why you have those regulations. Just like in the road, often people say, I don't like following rules. Outlaws. Il y a people. Ne pas suivre la loi. Right? Outlaws. But